Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey. Today I'd like to talk about a free font manager which is completely web-based and which you can use in your daily design activities if you use different fonts, for example, to just compare the fonts at a glance. And if you have a design idea or an idea of you want to have a text somewhere in a design and you don't really have a good idea of how it looks in different fonts. Normally, in different design tools, you would have to click manually through each font to see how it looks. But with this font manager, you can see at a glance how this text or quote or text element looks in different fonts that you are using. Now, let's go right into it. And the font manager that I want to show you is called Font Cloud, and it is a free tool that you can use on the Creative Fabrica website. Now, Creative Fabrica is an online marketplace for designs, also for print on demand, for fonts, and all sorts of graphics and crafts and all sorts of things, digital files that you can use in your design journey, in your design activities, for example, for print on demand, but obviously there are different applications for it. Now, I say this is a marketplace because it's not necessarily Creative Fabrica who sell these fonts and graphics on the website. It's most of the time designers like you and me who basically create digital files, digital fonts, digital graphics, and want to sell them somewhere and create a passive income for them. And you can either subscribe to Creative Fabrica and then you have unlimited access to all the fonts and graphics, or you can use it for free and from time to time just grab some of their freebies. And what I want to show you before we go into the font manager, I want to actually show you how you can download a font from Creative Fabrica, then re-upload it into the font manager, and how you can then use the font manager. And again, this font manager is called Font Cloud, and it's entirely free, and you can get away with a completely free font manager and free fonts if you start to use Creative Fabrica. And this is, to me, it's a game changer because it saves so much time for me. I've always struggled with different fonts and the time it takes. And if you're following my channel, for me, it's all about saving time, making processes more efficient, which then really saves time that you can use to, spend with your family or do the things that you really enjoy and like. Because things like, designing, that is what I enjoy, creating designs, getting a sense of achievement, things like that. But clicking through different fonts just to see how they look manually, that again is something which takes time, can be frustrating, and can be avoided if you use a font manager. Now, let me show how that works. If you're on Creative Fabrica, I think the first thing that you should do, even if you don't want to subscribe to Creative Fabrica, is to create an account. I think you need a free account with Creative Fabrica if you want to use this, and if you want to be able to download these freebies and to use the font manager. Now let's have a look. When you go to the website on Creative Fabrica, you can, first of all, you can see down here popular bundles, popular designs, popular fonts. And of course, if you see something here and you particularly like it, you can go in and you can download it and you can decide if you like it. If it costs some money, you have to buy it, then you have to pay for it. Or you subscribe and you can just get access to all the fonts on the website and all the designs. Or you go to freebies here, and some of these down here, by the way, are free as well. For example, this one here, it's called a lovely font bundle, and it's free. Now, this will be gone in 27 days. So this is worth mentioning that there are some fonts on the website which are always free, whereas this cannot be guaranteed. But then there are some fonts which will not be free anymore in a certain number of days, for example. So they will only be free for a certain period of time, which is why it makes sense to regularly check on Creative Fabrica, because there could be a font which just really well works for you. You can download it for free, and even if it suddenly starts to be not free anymore, you will still be able to use it commercially, and that's a very big thing. You will be able to use it commercially for life. So whenever you download something from Creative Fabrica, you get a lifetime commercial license for that, even if you only download it for free. And this is really why I love Creative Fabrica. Obviously, they have to live from something, and they live off your subscription fees and everything. But they have so many freebies there, and you can, without any problem, create fantastic designs using free fonts from Creative Fabrica. You don't need to buy or subscribe. Now, obviously, I have subscribed as well, and I have access to over, they say here, 55,000 fonts. So there is always something. And it was especially useful when I did a video a couple of days ago on creating a coloring book for KDP. And that was an African animal coloring book where I then downloaded a sort of African safari font. And that was not free. I downloaded that from here, from Creative Fabrica. So if you do something very specific and you're looking for a very specific font, you sometimes just need to subscribe or buy something if you want to create a really, really nice design. Now, anyway, these are all the free fonts. And as you can see, these top ones here, they will be gone in a few hours or days. But then again, if you look through this, there are over 14 pages, 485 results of just free fonts. And the good thing on Creative Fabrica is that everything on this website includes a commercial license. So maybe we'll just have a quick look through here. So all of these are, as I said, free fonts. And we will just have a quick look here. Now, as you can see here, so this shows the artist, the creator, the designer. And some of them are Creative Fabrica freebies. And I believe these will then have been created by Creative Fabrica. But then there are other ones that have been created by designers. And like here from Pixstore Designs, or not here as well, different designers. But I will now show you how you can download a free font and how you can then use it in the font cloud. Now maybe just use one. Let's just use any one which looks interesting. Maybe use this playful one here. First thing is, you already see that this one has received 3 reviews and 5-star reviews. When you scroll down here, first of all, you get lots of images normally, which gives you a better idea of how a certain font will look in different applications and colors. Then if you scroll down here, there will be a short description. Also here, you can see the different variations like italic, cut out, red italic. And if you scroll down further, there will be some reviews at some point. There you go. People saying very nice, thanks. And then you can download it. As you can see here, all our freebies come with our commercial license. It's also a basic POD license, which means you can use it for print on demand. And it gives you the commercial usage here. And you can, if you click on that, you can read through the commercial license. But to be honest, it's very good. It is very good. So let's download it here. And depending on what kind of laptop you have, what kind of PC, it will always go into a different folder. So for me, it always goes into my download folder. And this will be this one here. And then you can already, if you unzip, if you click on the zip file, all of these come in a zip file. Now, the zip file normally includes a OpenType, OTF, or sometimes also a TTF file. Now, this one here includes only the OTF, which is the file extension. So it's similar to a, if, for example, on Word, you get the docx. So it's just a file extension. But there is a difference between OTF and TTF, just in case you stumble across a font that has both both extensions. I always recommend that you use the OTF. Basically, both of them are extensions that are used to indicate that a file is a font, whereas TTF stands for TrueType and OTF stands for OpenType, as you can see here. But OpenType is the newer font type, and OTF normally has some benefits compared to TTF. For example, it has better cross-platform support, and the file size is also a bit smaller. However, it doesn't really matter in the end, but sometimes the OTF also has a better international support, and also you will have sometimes what do you call it, advanced, sort of typographic controls, which is more advanced. But if you have the choice, always use the OTF. And then when you can see this here, this font apparently comes with italic, out italic, red italic, the different types. I'm only going to, well, no, actually, let's have a look. Let's just upload them all. And then what I normally do, I just unzip it, copy it somewhere or paste it somewhere. Then what I will do, I will go back into Creative Fabrica and go to Tools here and go to Font Cloud. And then we'll open Font Cloud. And these are all the fonts that I currently have in here. They are all Creative Fabrica fonts. They are not all the fonts that I use. I use a lot of different fonts, but I haven't actually managed to upload them all here because I only started to use it very recently. And the most fonts that I use, they are actually part of, for example, Vexels or Canva. But I started to use many more now and upload these fonts, for example, into Canva. But until now, I didn't really use the font manager, so it always takes a long time to find a good font. When I'm in Canva, for example, I have to click through all of the different fonts to see if I like a certain text or phrase in a certain font. But now this one will make it much easier for me. So when you want to upload the font in here, you just go to Browse in your Font Cloud. And then we will just upload all of the ones that we've just unpacked. So you can just highlight them all, open, and then it will upload them all in here. So this is really fantastic. Now you can see all your fonts here that you have uploaded. All of it's called smooth drawn font types. And what you can do now, and this is really what I really love, if you have something you want to see displayed in different font types, you can just type in a certain text, for example, hello world, and then you can see it displayed in your different font types. So as you can see here, and then you can decide, which one you really like to use and how it looks. Let's just click on the standard one here, and you can see again, get that typed in, hello world, and you can now see how it looks. You can also see all the glyphs, they call them, all these special characters that are part of this font. Really good. And you can also make it a little bit bigger, and you can make it a bit smaller, so you have them all displayed maybe on one page. You can also add some notes for yourself here for this font. You can see the size of this font, how many characters there are, and you can re-download it again, which is great as well. And you can do things here like if you click on something, you just copy it to your clipboard, which is very easy. And then you could use it, for example, open a Word document, paste it in there. But you can only do that when you have installed the font on your PC or device. And the way to do that is just double click on it. Yeah, when you've unpacked it, you can just double click on it. It will install it on your device. And then you can just copy things from here, just individual characters, paste them in a, like for example, in Word. Now, and what you can also do is if you click on one of the characters down here, for example, the 5, it will say character copy to clipboard. I can go up here, paste it, and it will just paste the 5. Yeah, or a special character that I don't easily find on my keyboard, for example, just copy it and then paste it in here. Great. So that is really everything I wanted to show you. Just really to highlight that it is a free tool that is very valuable. You get free storage space on Font Cloud, so you can just paste your fonts in. I think it's still limited, the overall space, so you can't paste in or upload unlimited fonts. I don't know what the space is, to be honest, but yeah, it will be good. It will be enough to store some fonts. I think you can upgrade. I'm not 100% sure. I've only, as I said, recently started to use it. The most important thing is that you can get free fonts on Creative Fabrica and that you can get all your fonts displayed and stored and managed in the font cloud, which is free. Hopefully that was a useful video. If you liked it, then please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on my print on demand journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.